Ew.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, good noob? Let me get this thing going, man. I'll be forgetting to go live on the gram, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
let's get
go
it up.
live real
I'm
quick.
in.
Good gracious. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Going live right now. I was posting. I don't know if you saw it. I was posting the whole time on the
Yeah.
gram. I was on my story. So
Uh,
but before we get into it, man, how are you? How you doing, man? You good?
I'm doing pretty good. Same old
How,
same, just
how,
back to work.
yeah, how is life back in the air? And how's that treating you?
It's life, it's work, you know.
Did you miss it or what's good?
Yeah, no, a little bit of both. You know, it has its
Hmm.
moment, like any
Okay.
career, but truth be told, it's fun. It's
Okay.
back,
All
I'm
right.
back being out there.
Let me
Yeah.
speak to the people real quick.
Indeed.
Hey Sunday, how are you? Hey Sherry, how are you? Thanks for joining. Anybody that's joining on the gram right now, if you're on the gram, go to my profile and click on that so you can see who I'm talking to. I'm running it live on StreamYard. We getting ready to get into the season finale of Married at First Sight. So if you on here right now, 6 people on here right now. If you on here right now, come follow me on my StreamYard. All you gotta do is go to my profile and click it, and it'll take you right to it. And join the conversation. Let's have a conversation. Shut up, man. Don't come on,
Indeed.
make me. Come on, man. All right. Yeah. So, Lauren, I don't know.
Yo, this one
So
was wild, man.
it was and it wasn't. What would have been? This is the last one was Vincent and Brianna. What would have been wild if he said, "I don't want to fuck with you no more." Like that would have been. That would have been. Now look, I'm not saying I wanted that, but it would
That
have
would be
been
great TV.
interesting. My man John said all my guesses were right.
Yeah.
John, that's easy to say on the back end. If you didn't email your guesses over to me, then I don't believe you. There's no proof, John. There's no proof that you actually guessed right, John. So you said I said 3 would make it and 3 wouldn't. Okay, but that's okay. Okay, I give you that. I give you that. Lauren, just before we get into anybody
Yeah.
specific, was that about right? Did you feel like everybody was about right?
Oh yeah. I feel like this reunion, which we can talk to about towards the end of the show, that's gonna be something real popping. I can't wait for that to go down. Loving
when,
that.
when is the reunion?
It's probably gonna be next week. The first episode gonna be next week. It's usually like always 3 episodes, hour
Okay,
each one. So
okay. So it's next
yeah.
week. Okay, okay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Marby. Hey, Lisa. I think I got everybody. Hey, Penelope. Let me see. Vinny trying to hold on to that bag, bossy and all. All right, let's get into it. Since Penelope already jumped in, let's get into it.
Sure.
We can start with Vinny just because they're the last one I saw.
Yeah.
And for the people that don't know, Lauren and I talk offline. And Lauren texts me talking about some that button is holding over deal.
Yeah, that man button is struggling.
Bruh.
His buttons be struggling so hard. That man said, "Screw it, I ain't buying no more new suits. What I got is what I got."
Do you see how hard his buttons be struggling? I feel like the struggle of his buttons are a microcosm of how he's gonna choke her in 5 years.
It's the stress. He had the stress built up. It's so terrible. It's so terrible.
It's so terrible. It's so. I mean,
Oh,
and then he had nerve because he be sitting back, he be leaning
yeah.
back. I'm like, man, you can't accentuate your gut from a man that has a little gut. You see,
Yeah.
I got a little one. You can't accentuate it. You gotta go here. See, you go here. I look like I'm all chest. I look all chest, right?
Yo,
He be sitting back like this, chilling like.
that man be raring back, just raring back. Yeah.
Look, you can't be dad bod before you a dad. That's my comment. You can't be dad bod before you a dad.
Just rough.
Yeah.
That man looks rough. But
Now,
I shouldn't say he looks rough. His belly's just round. He getting heavy. But they're boring when you they were gonna stay married. I mean, it is what it is. What more could one say about that? Yeah.
I want you to look at this. Penelope said Vinny got that big baby pin reinforcement. Oh, you remember the baby pin, the safety pin?
The big one.
Oh man,
The kind you put the cloth diapers up with when you in the
oh my
70s and
God,
80s.
that is hilarious. This what I will say, and I'm probably gonna get some shit on this from the people. Brianna looks better with braids. When she take her hair down, she looks older, and the makeup made like I was like, you look like you aged. I feel like for real, she looked like she was mid-30s tonight.
I think braids make every woman look younger anyway, because it's a protective, youngish style to an extent. It's very young,
True.
Give you some youthful vibes going on.
True.
I just think her makeup was whack tonight. Because normally I think she does have a baby face, but her makeup was a little.
Okay. Look, Brianna's dress was smoking. Marby, I agree. Her dress, that's what small-chested women can get away with that big-chested women can't. Small-chested can have the shit all down because that shit ain't flopping around. And so I'm saying that to say if you got small titties, appreciate yourself. Whatever you are, you got small titties, you got big titties, appreciate yourself. That's what I'm saying that for. Because I think it's sexy as hell. I agreed. I thought the dress was smoking, you know.
Indeed.
I love Brie with her natural curls. First of all, she did not have natural curls.
First of all, listen, that girl washed her hair. You can look at her edges and when she got it pressed. Her hair washed out. It's curly. She might have had a little weave in some scenes, a lot of weave in some scenes, but when she pressed that shit out.
But it ain't. So you think it's naturally curly? You really believe her hair is naturally curly?
I think by looking at her press, I think her grade of hair is a little softer, and she can get a curl in it.
Oh God! Okay, if that's what you believe,
I do believe there was some weave in there too.
Okay, yeah, and look, this is the thing. This is my truth. I'm not gonna sit up here and talk about Brie. I like Brie. I like Jenny.
Wait! Did you look? Sorry to cut you off. Look at Brie. That was Brie got the motherboard hairdo. That deaconess.
Yes, she does.
Number 7.
Yes, she does. I agree with Penelope 1,000%. Yes, she does. I do. I agree with you. Tonight she looked older. And again, I'm saying this on purpose. I'm not going to talk about Brianna. I like her. I think she put African American women in a very positive light. So I like her. But I mean, it's the show. We got to be honest. And that her makeup and her hairstyle didn't do her justice. You know what I'd like to see Brianna with? This is my truth. And granted, that's my style. I would love to see Brianna with a short haircut. Some shit like mine.
That would look good on her because she's slender enough.
Yeah. She has a pretty face. She has light eyes. When I say light, like a weight, like the opposite of Virginia. Yeah. She don't look like she done drank a whole gallon of goddamn moonshine. And so she could do a short haircut and with her style, and it would be tight. I think it'd be sexy. So yeah, I agree. I agree. Penelope said that red dress is fire. Penelope, I'm with you. The red dress look real good. I'm with you. No doubt. So not much more to say about them. I think everybody knew they was going to choose to stay together. They could have done them first. I will say.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
No, what's funny is they did Claire and Ryan first. They just got 8 minutes of the whole show. It was so sad. I felt so sad for them. Like, oh, that's so sad, bro. They only got 8 little boring minutes.
Lord, it's so funny you say that because I literally was just getting ready to say they could have let them go before Ryan and Clara. But for me, it was a surprise because
they stayed together.
Yeah, it was to stay together only because not because they're a bad couple. Well, yeah, I thought they made better friends. I didn't think they liked each other enough to stay married. That's my truth.
Yeah. Me and Ginger were talking about it. She's like, she think they're just both too polite to say anything else.
I agree with you and Ginger.
Have they even had a real argument? You know? I
agree. And I know you said was it you or Mia on some board, you said that they've been having sex the whole time. They was just doing that for the show.
Yeah, that's what I've heard through the grapevine, I believe. But yeah, who knows? Looking at this now and this doggone reunion, it looks like I'm just saying that's what I heard. I don't know no more. But that's what I heard.
So I dipped out. I didn't see the preview of the reunion. What did the reunion say? What did the preview say that made you change your mind?
Well, they were just asking about, Did he say the L word yet? And are they doing? And it could be edited a certain way, but it made it edited to look as though they haven't been yet. It just doesn't. It's not a good look yet for them still. So who knows?
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
feel like she's been married 2 months and ain't seen this man without a shirt on. That still says a lot. So
Even now, I mean, even for the reunion, he's saying that he's still holding out.
no. It looked as though that's what I'm saying. They edited it that way to look as though they may still be not doing it. So
I hope that's not the case. I'm so serious. I hope.
Like I said, I heard through the grapevine that they were
okay
1,000% doing it.
Okay.
But I can neither confirm nor deny because I wasn't there.
Yeah. Mark B said she had a feeling Ryan and Claire would stay together. I guess I'm not saying I knew for a fact they weren't. I just real quick, let me address it. People, just so you know, we love Mia to death. The reason Mia's not here is because she had a show tonight in New York City. So that's cool. So I don't want y'all to think nothing bad. Mia will be back with us next week. We love her, we miss her. It's just she had a show, and now that she has a show, she can't be here. Anyway, okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk about Ryan and Claire too long. Oh, by the way, I did think this, and I want to get your opinion. I thought tonight was the nicest she looked ever.
Claire?
Yes.
Yeah, that dress is probably the best she's ever had.
Do you still feel like Clara tonight does not look as good as Virginia?
I think she was dressed better than Virginia tonight.
But you
Virginia
don't feel
had like school mom ensemble. Yeah. I think her dress and her shoes were better. I'm just not fond of her face.
I know you don't like her face. I don't like. I wish she'd get rid of that bleach blonde and just go whatever it is. The bleach blonde because the roots are so dark.
Yeah, they rough.
Okay, all right. So
they rough and they boring. Anyway,
they are boring. So we gonna do you feel like they're gonna last?
I don't think they're gonna last more than 5 years. That's pushing it.
I love pushing it. I think what you and Ginger said, they both too polite to tell each other they don't like each other.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with Ginger. I agree.
Yeah, they're both too polite. She called it out the day they first started dating. Like that, they just both too nice, and that's just not real. It's not natural.
No, it's not. Virginia looked like she was going to a parent-teacher conference.
No, that's like a school mom dress.
No, you know what I wrote? You know what I wrote for Eric? I wrote if smug Republican was a person, then I was like, hey, it's him. I don't care what nobody say, and I don't get political, so please don't get mad at me. But I don't care what nobody say. If he was on a Republican commercial, it would not shock anybody. He looks like a Republican. He had on the khakis with the little tie. I was like, man, you look like you hang out with
his suit he wore. That man had the most off the rack suit, and them pants was so fucked up at the bottom. The pants were so damn long. Eric, Virginia,
yeah, I didn't.
God, that suit was so terrible. I should took a picture of it. Yo, the pants had this much material buckled up around his ankles.
Oh.
I was like, you make way too much money not have a tailored suit, sir. I'm sorry.
That's exactly
one tailored suit.
You can buy it off the rack and go get it tailored for like $30.
That's what I'm saying. Right. I assume that's what he would do. That's what Tommy's have. I mean, that's crazy. He just looked bad. He looked so bad. Anyway.
Yeah.
He does look like a smug Republican. He is a smug Republican.
Look, Mark B. I'm disappointed for Virginia. Well, I don't understand that. What do you mean for Virginia? What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. What does that mean?
They're going to have a divorce. There's no question about it. They're not going to last very long.
No, they're not going to last. But I don't know why she's disappointed for Virginia. Because are you saying that Virginia is a better catch than Eric? That's what I'm really asking. That's what I'm asking. Because what do you mean for Virginia? I don't get, because Virginia is not a better catch than Eric. And look, let me make sure I'm clear. I don't like Eric, but Virginia is not a better catch than Eric. The nigga got a job. He's not an asshole. I mean, he is, but he's not a huge ass. He's not Chris. How about that? He ain't Chris.
Right.
You know, he's in the military. There's no way she's as good of a catch as him. It's not even close.
I mean, she had she has problems. He has issues. They both got issues, and their issues are going to clash with each other. They don't have issues that are very workoutable together.
Look what
wait.
Chris is
Burning
on IG Live,
like
but Eric got that super brother. Oh God, I don't have time. I don't have time to be fuck with you Sunday. Don't be putting this shit on my comment.
Yo, Chris is a stone cold stunner. He's stunning on them so many times tonight. That nigga said this show gonna be about me. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. It's gonna be the Chris show tonight.
Chris told that one. He told that one service, "I don't give a fuck."
He almost let that shit slip right out.
I was like, nigga, you can't say that to this white therapist on national TV. You gonna get kicked. You gonna get us all kicked off TV. Every black person is gonna get kicked off TV.
Yo,
With Chris.
he was not playing, but then Paige pulled his card. But we'll get that shit in a minute. But that shit is funny as hell.
We're gonna get into that. Okay, so Mark B said because he's controlling. Okay, Mark B, I'm with you. I actually wrote in my notes the only reason he wants to get close to her is to control her. I agree. But again, she ain't no catch either. I can see if we could be like, she's a catch. She's really good. She got her shit together, blah, blah, blah. And he was that asshole that I could see being disappointed for her, kind of like Paige. I'm not disappointed for her at all. Everything she gets. That's just my truth. I don't give a shit. You know how I feel about Virginia, how Chris feel about that therapist.
Oh God, he would slap off. Oh man, no, I think she listen. I think again the thing with with Paige and God, Virginia and Eric. With Virginia and Eric is they're like Haley and what's his face, Kevin Jacob. Yes, Kevin Jacob. They're so on opposite. Who the fuck is Kevin?
You just went to a white name. Kevin, nigga.
Throw whatever out there.
Oh my God.
But yo, they are such opposite ends of the spectrum. They don't have anything that matches. They don't match in any way, shape, or form. Like they just don't. He don't drink. She drink. She stay up all night. He don't. He just
I think just looking for Penelope. Penelope, you have got to be 120 years old. I've never. First of all, she called her slow gin fizz. Slow gin fizz is luckier than a cat and a sardine with that long. I had to read it twice to understand what she was talking about. Oh, Penelope 5, I don't know who you are, but I just want you to know I appreciate your presence on my live. With all my heart, I appreciate. I've never heard that statement. She's luckier than a cat and a sardine. Woo! Okay, all right. I think, and she agrees with me. Penelope clearly. Oh, let me turn this a little bit. Penelope clearly agrees with me in that Virginia, and Virginia she came up. How about that? Virginia came up.
Definitely.
And if you look at his ex-girlfriend, he went down.
Oh, definitely. But he went down because he thought he could control her, and it's not working out very well. And yeah.
I think they'll be divorced inside of 3 years. He'll use this little bit of fame, and he'll meet somebody that's smoking hot, and boom.
Probably. There's no question about it. There's no question. I mean, the truth of the matter is, he gets women trying to holler at him on a regular basis, every day, all day, anyway.
All day. The nigga got a plane.
Right.
Do you know how much, Lauren, wait a minute. If I had a plane, I would start with that. Like, how you doing? My name is Sabrina. I'm like, hey, Sabrina, I got a plane.
Right. I have a plane.
I got a plane. I'm not playing these games with you. Come on, let's get on the plane. And come on, man. He is so much. I hate to say this because I don't mean this is gonna sound like I'm a shit human. He's a better person.
I used to say he's a better person than her. I knew you were gonna say
that. He just is. He's just I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm saying if we had to choose sides, like you know how you play sports as a kid, you're like, I got him. We would choose him before her in everything. In the game of life, you'd be like, I want to be Eric. I mean, I don't like him. See, this conversation is making people think I like Eric. I don't like him. He's just a better human.
He's a more successful human, is what I'll say.
Okay.
That's what I'll say. He's a more successful human.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
But B said, I think she would travel on his benefits for a bit and they will divorce within a year. I would agree. Sherry said exactly. I don't know what you're saying exactly to, but I hope it's that he's a better human.
Yeah, it's so terrible. So terrible. But yeah.
Said, Penelope 5, you are hilarious. I would agree. I'm going to look up Penelope 5 and figure out who the hell she is because she had me dying. Virginia, a.k.a. Tequila Sunrise, is laying in bed with those dollars like Birdman used to be in his bed with $1 million bills. I agree. I think Virginia
came up.
She would be an idiot to divorce him. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. She would have been an idiot to divorce him tonight.
Well,
but if she divorces him 5 years from now and get half his money.
Exactly. But I don't think she's smart enough. Well, I won't say smart enough. I think she's so independent that the money won't matter to her after a while because she don't even want to move into his place.
Lauren,
she likes her freedom.
The key, that's because she's young and stupid. 5 years from now, the key is 5 years from now, after she get used to not working at Baby Gap no more. People, you want small and cleaning out the goddamn dressing room and Baby Gap.
Right.
Once she gets used to sitting at the crib and traveling with him, and like Penelope said, drinking her tequila sunrise and her gin fizz.
Right. Yeah, okay.
Not gonna want to go back to work.
She probably won't. I mean, I don't have an argument against that. I just think that she's. He would have to do that. Have to start blessing her with those benefits real fast for her to stay long. In my opinion, she likes to drink and party too much.
My over under is 3 years. I don't think they make it to 3 years.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, I go with that.
Okay,
but that's pushing it for me.
That's pushing it. Yeah, that's being. And look, and that's starting when they met 6 months ago. Right. It's not starting tonight.
They got 2.5 left at best.
Yeah, what did I say? I said he wants to control her. Mm-hmm. Oh, the comment I may have already said. I said they're too dysfunctional to even know they need to go the other way. Both of them. Mm-hmm. That's how dysfunctional they are. They need to know they need to go the other way.
Totally. His heart was broken by his ex, and he got this younger and potentially should be needing him.
Yes.
Type of lifestyle girl, and yeah, he is definitely trying to control and mold, but she's too old to mold. She's not a child, That's
I mean, you can mold. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any age is too old to be malleable. But you have to be at a certain level of maturity to be malleable and surrender. She ain't there yet. He said flat out, I know I'm not her number one person. I know I'm not her person. And she did not deny that shit at all.
No, she did not. And when he said who it was, Pastor Cal was like, who was it? And he was like, it's her friend such and such. She's been friends with him for so long and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, sure is.
And it ain't gonna change. It's the little yoga dude to be giving her dick. I say, he be giving her dick. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I think what I thought was hilarious though is he was saying, well, she's my best friend, and I'm like, well, you don't have good friends. Right. Like, nigga, if somebody you met 8 weeks ago replaced your best friend from 5th grade, nigga, you don't have good friends. That's real talk, man.
That's terrible.
Look, Penelope called her coconut mojito. Penelope, I'm not fooling with you no more, man. Coconut mojito got his nose wide open. Oh my gosh!
The funny thing about that is Penelope keep naming off cocktails. I'm like, that's exactly what it be because she said tonight. She says, I like my wine. And I was like, wine, nigga, you like anything that is alcoholic, okay?
You like
beer, wine, spirits, rubbing alcohol, nail polish remover. Right.
Oh God! If anybody, and I'm so serious about this, if anybody can't see that she don't need to be married, you have to be blind. Stevie Wonder could see this shit. You have to be blind on this shit. All right, so we got two more. We got Haley and Jacob, and we got Chris and Paige. Let's start with Haley and Jacob just to talk about Haley and Jacob.
Haley and Jacob, yo, they came in throwing haymakers from jump. Okay, they came in tonight. He was like, "She don't like me." She was like, "Yo, he is a weirdo." They came in throwing haymakers from the beginning, and I loved it. Loved it.
I'm with you. Again, everything I've said for the last, I'd say 5 episodes, I could repeat tonight. He is so fucking passive aggressive, Lauren. Man, for a nigga to do all that lifting weights and I'm a carnivore, all I eat is meat and raw eggs. You sure are a pussy. Dude.
He's had arguments with her and told her flat out how he feels.
Here we go. Go back and watch. Pastor Cal said, if she said, I want to work on our marriage, I don't want to get divorced, what would you say? I would say that we had 8 weeks to work on it. Nigga, just say, fuck no, bye. Fuck no, bye. I want a divorce. Because you know what her comment was? Her comment was very clear. I want a divorce. He never, even if you watch it, go back and watch it, he never said that the whole night because he doesn't say what he wants. His yeses are not yeses. His no's are not no's. He's not clear. And because he's not clear, he will not be in a good relationship. And I'm saying.
And I think he did say what he wanted. I don't think she liked reading what he said. I don't know. I felt like he said what he wanted. She didn't listen to him or didn't like it. That's how I feel about it.
It's clear that they didn't like each other. I'm not arguing that at all. I'm just saying if he's just passive aggressive, man. I've seen.
Yeah, okay, I'm not arguing that. I'll go to you on that. I agree.
Yeah.
But he never say, "Hey, I like this type of lifestyle. Do you like me?" Check yes or no. She's like, "No, I don't really want to talk about that shit right now." You know what I'm saying?
I do. Look, Mark B talking about, I'm very petty. I appreciate his passive aggressiveness. That shit drives me up a wall. It drives me up a wall. Just say what you're gonna say. I'm done. Say what you're gonna say.
You can say what you're gonna say.
You remember last week we were talking about Ready to Love last week, and you and Mia said that teacher that got kicked off was the type of nigga to wear a suit coat and some jeans. I'm like, wait a minute, I know. Just go ahead and buy a blazer. Like I know that go with the suit.
Right.
He's for real, because he had on the old man pinstripe suit.
He did. That came from your suit jacket.
Now that is 100% worth the coat factor.
Well, I mean, he didn't even go try to buy a nice little blazer. He just like, I'm gonna just put this on. But he's been wearing the same thing for the last couple episodes. That's like his go-to ensemble. That's his business casual.
I'm not even okay calling that an ensemble, Lauren. I'm not okay. I'm not gonna call it an ensemble. I'm gonna say that's his get up, as they say.
His get up. Yeah, you like. I like the get up. I like the get up.
I like the get up. That's what he got to get up. Oh Lord, look, Mark B said he should have asked for that bracelet one more time. That would have been.
He should have. That was.
Imagine if he got down on one knee and was like, "Will you give me my bracelet back?"
That'd be clowning as fuck. Oh god. Oh. So here's my thing about Jacob. Do you think his passive aggressiveness could be because he is such a large man and could be somewhat intimidating and imposing and doesn't want to, seem aggressive? So he's passive aggressive?
I think that's a great alternative. I think what you said, I don't even know if you remember. I think what you said, like the first or second episode of us doing this, you said he's so insecure, but because he's a white male in America, he's never had to overcome it.
Oh, definitely.
I think that's what it is. I think he's insecure.
He definitely is, no question.
Huh?
I said he's definitely insecure, no question.
I think the passive aggressiveness predated the muscles, to be honest with you. I think the insecurity created the muscles. And you're like, I'm gonna go to the gym so I can go to the gym, work out, rah, I eat meat, rah. But he never fixed the insecurity, and she pushed by her saying, I'm not feeling you. It just hurt him bad because it makes him more insecure and it pushes him further. Whereas if they would have matched him up with somebody that was like, I love how quirky you are. I love the fact you like the 80s. I love exactly who you are. I think we would have seen a different Jacob. I think it would have grown him. I think we would have seen,
And I think a lot of people that liked him at that point, like, wow, this dude is really kind of funny. He's kind of cool.
There we go. I think he would have been funny. I would have been a whole different Jacob. But when she was stepping on his ego, he was just, oh, nobody likes me. Everybody he was just slipping away, man. I think I don't know if they'll do one, but if they do one, give him another season and get him with a girl that likes him. Oh man, I think I don't say this often because I don't believe that you can change people. I think a good woman can change him. I really do.
I think she'll draw what's already in there.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Okay. Fair enough. You're right. Fair. No argument with that. Look. Penelope said he has his own oasis. Penelope, you say that like you was on Coming to America. I say he got his own money. He got his own money.
Right. He does have his own oasis. And he wanted someone to share that oasis with his dogs and shit. And she was like, bruh, I want a condo downtown.
Look at this. He has a beach in his backyard, which is amazing. Look, it's women out there. It's women out there that would like him. Sherry would fuck the shit out of Jacob. It's just I know you would, Sherry. You look like you would. I feel like, and it's okay. I'm not judging you, Sherry. You do what you want. I think I don't know how they got this wrong. Other than this is the only thing I can think of that how they got this wrong. Haley has not been in a serious relationship since the bitch was 20.
Right.
Since high school, pretty much. So why they put her with anybody, I don't know. If they
put her with someone, see, they thought Jacob was Jacob appears to be a strong person when you first start talking to him. He appears to be, he's got his quirky ways, he's a big guy, he seems confident. He knows how to talk. Excuse me. He's in IT and blah, 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 whatever. He got the right words to say. But as soon as, so like you said, someone steps on his toes a little bit or his ego get a little bit bruised, he really gets into his shell. And it's like, bruh. And they put him with someone that really hasn't dealt with anyone else's feelings. Well, hasn't dealt with their own feelings about the relationship they just got out of, really, truthfully, if you want to talk about it. Let's be honest, she hadn't had time to process any of that shit. So why in God's name was she even on the show, like I said? She hasn't had any time to process any of that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
She was single for 7 years? Oh, I thought she had been dating for 7 years.
No. She's been single. She's been single for 7 years. Mark B said after she said she wasn't attracted to him, it was a wrap. 100%.
It was.
100%. Really, you could even go back to say back in Vegas when she said, I want to hang out with my girls and not you. It was a wrap. Because all this was a process for for Jacob. This was an 8-week pledge process of breaking him.
But that shit was wrong though, for her to say that shit. And she was pledging the shit out of him. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Oh, she was pledging the shit out of him. Don't eyeball me, bitch. She was pledging the shit out of him. She hit him with this shit hard. Bro. She was pledging that nigga to death. Oh my God. Also, Haley can't think about Jacob as long-term relationship because of that too little cheap lint catcher hat. Huh? Penelope, they can't all be home runs. They can't all be home runs. Look, talking to a comedian, sometimes you gotta hit a single. It's okay. Long-term relationship because of that too little cheap lint catcher hat. I don't wear that. I just don't think Haley was ready for a relationship anyway. Whatever that, I don't know. Haley wasn't ready. Jacob was ready though. I'm not gonna say Jacob was definitely ready. You could argue that if a person hadn't gotten rid of their own insecurity issues, then nobody's ready for a relationship. And in that, I agree. But in the world of reality TV, where you can't fix everybody, I think he was more ready than her, and she shat on him for 8 weeks.
She did.
She poo-pooed on his soul for 8 weeks, and then boom. She did. Yeah. Look, she said, Sherry said, Haley is 35, 27. They found someone 35 plus. That's okay. Most women I know date 5 to 10 years up. To be honest, I mean,
They
me and
do.
Lauren, the present company excluded,
No,
but
they
most
do.
women I know date 5 to 10 years up. So I wasn't 27 to 35. You know, Lauren, you heard me say it, half your age plus 7.
You
I don't
did.
work out this relationship. Let me say, I'm 43. My next one to be was 28, 29. You know?
See, I'm a wholeheartedly agree with Sherry. Me and Ginger were talking about that shit too when it first came out. Like 27 and 30 is really different. You know what I'm saying? Someone 30 even would have been like, okay. They had a different place in their life.
I see
31 even better, but 27 is still like they just graduated college 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Theoretically. They could have just graduated I was gonna say med school, getting their master's like, you know what I'm saying, 2-3 years ago. They still young. I mean, think about what 27 was. We thought we were top of the world at 27. But looking back at it now, it's like, man, I have so much to learn.
Lauren, I think you're 100% right. I didn't think about it like that. You're not saying the age difference as much as where they are, where the age is
right.
Like the difference between 18 and 23, which is only 5 years, is way bigger than 40 and 45.
Exactly.
I understand. Exactly. Yeah, 100% right. I wasn't thinking about it that way. But when you put it in that perspective, I got you. 100%. I agree.
That's my issue. And so
to that point, if I speak on that for just 2 seconds, I would say you're right. You almost have to be 30 and up, right? If you're going to date 30. Now, I'm okay with being 28 and 22. I'm okay with that. But again, that's closer in maturity than 30 or 32 and 28 and 27. So I agree with you. That makes sense. I agree.
And him being 38 or whatever he is, that man is literally almost 40 years old.
Oh, yeah, he's 38. He's 38.
Yeah, he's 38. He's probably turning 39 this year.
Oh, yeah.
She might be turning 28 this year.
Yeah.
She isn't even 30 yet, and he's that much closer to 40. That's just a huge milestone. And 30 is a milestone too, but she's at a completely different milestone in life than he is.
No doubt. No doubt. 100%. I'm with you. I agree 100%. Hey, Charlotte, how you doing? 100% I agree with you. Look, BM said he already turned 39. Okay.
Yeah,
baby mama said he already turned 39.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Well, here we are. Here we are.
Chris and Paige, man.
Hey, Maria, look at you. I ain't seen you on here in a month of Sunday. You all right? Boy, I was praying. I sent flowers to your pastor. I thought something was wrong with you. How you doing? Lauren, what do we say, man? What do we say about doggone Chris and Paige?
My first comment. My first thought was, must we talk about them? It's so much and so little at the same time. It's the same thing. But so much I want to talk about. But number one, Chris really has learned that man is here for the check. And that's it. Okay. If you think of anything else, you'll be a damn fool. He fell for this paper. He's trying to turn this shit into the Chris show and get a spinoff. That man came with everything tonight. Tears.
Real quick, let me address this. Past your bedtime. What time is it? I get it is 10:54. Okay, it's almost 11 o'clock. We're going to be off in about 10 minutes. Stay up. I'm good. It's good talking to you because we ain't seen you in a while. Lord, I would say you're 100% right. He has definitely figured out how to play the media and play this. And I told me and you discussed his tactics back on one. I said, this nigga's always crying and running away. He's always stealing away. Remember I said that? I called it. Every episode, he gonna cry and he gonna steal away because he knows that creates ratings.
Yo, you said steal away.
Where is he going? He be stealing
away. He took off. He stole away.
Oh my gosh,
that's funny.
And so for him to do that tonight, it didn't shock me that he cried. I knew, I was like, Chris gonna come in with this game. I knew that. What shocked me was how easily she fell into it. That's what I was like, come on.
And she did good for the camera, for the scene. Be like, nope, I'm not gonna fuck with you no more, Chris. I ain't talking to you no more. But a little Ginger just like, they probably fuck. And I'm thinking that night, right?
Lord, real talk, Lauren. I said when they walked out together, I said he's smashing that tonight, nigga. Tonight.
Tonight. Together.
Yeah.
That shit was wild, man.
Oh.
Wow.
He is a man. What I don't like, I didn't like him pretty much almost cursing at the therapist. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I don't like him cursing at a woman like that. And that may be sexist, that may be old fashioned. I didn't like him cursing at a woman like that on national TV. Right. Really nowhere. But like she was being respectful. She was like, Chris, no, you need to make a decision. I don't give a fuck what. And I was like, I ain't like that. That's the only thing that really, it pushed me away from Chris.
Well, Chris is just like I said, he will find a way to make it about himself. That was his moment.
And he did.
To make it about himself. I think everything that he does is a blustery act. I don't think it's real at all. If you see the previews to the reunion, he says the same thing to the male host of the reunion, but he says, you want to meet me outside? And it's the very same thing he said to Eric. He didn't try to punk Eric. He didn't talk shit to the host.
Who was the host? Who was the host of the reunion?
The black dude from Entertainment Tonight. I can't remember his name.
Okay.
But the black dude from Entertainment Tonight. He hosts this the reunion show for this. But anyway, he tells him he gonna want to meet him outside. Like it's 3 people he done stunning on. Like he really is just a big ball of bluster and smoke. I don't think he really about that life. I think Chris wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. Okay. I don't think that man would throw hands ever if nah.
Well, I don't know if I don't know. What I do know is 2 things. One, he won't let me tag him on the ground. Every time I try to tag him, they say he won't let me tag him. 2, I agree with you. I don't think he's about that life. And I think, like you said, he knows how to manipulate the media. And
he's a masterful manipulator.
He's a villain. And the problem with being a villain is if you're a villain, you got to have a superhero. And I don't know who wants to be his superhero.
There is that.
There
is that. I mean, the thing is, Paige was a superhero for a minute. She was Captain Save Chris. So if she comes back and saves him, I mean, this man came on national TV and said this woman had an abortion, cried, walked out, and abortion, miscarriage, cried, walked out, and she followed him, got in his car, talked. He asked if she was cold, put his jacket on her so that people can see his jacket on her, and then went off on the fucking doctor. What? If you can't tell me that ain't scripted, who the fuck? He was like, I don't care what they pre-scripted for this show. I'm about to do this. Sidebar, record scratch.
Why did he? I don't get why he took off. Like, why is he always running away?
Look, he tried it out like.
I don't understand why this dude took off, man. I was like, where is he going? You remember when they went outside for the first time? She was like, he left? He left? I was like, that nigga went around the block. Came back. Okay. And then, but y'all ain't gonna force me to make a decision. But Pastor Cal tonight was his faces to me. He was like, oh, really? Pastor Cal did not like it. He don't like Chris. Pastor Cal wanted to be like, fuck you, nigga. That's what he wanted to say. But the good book wouldn't let him.
Nobody likes Chris. Nobody likes
that's my point. So I don't know, as a villain, do you think Lifetime is going to bring him back?
But no, because he's black. But if he were a white man, absolutely yes. You know how I know that? Because there's this dude, what's that? Oh, I'm not going to call his name out. What's his name from the Kardashians that was married to the oldest Kardashian?
Eric, not Eric. It might be Eric too.
No, it starts with an S, but Scott. Yeah. Him. He was a villain. He plays a villain the entire time on the show. He's a likable villain to some people. He's not as bad as Chris is. But they'll bring a villain back easy peasy. You need a bad guy to make the show fun.
Yes.
But not his black ass. They'll never bring that Negro back. They won't do that.
Do we need to say anything? Might cut a deal. Do we need to say anything in regards to I believe Paige might be just as manipulative as when it comes to that check.
Oh, 100%. Thank you for touching on it. I had already put that in the notes. She about that check life too. Man, sir, she literally chased after him just for this. Why would you do that just to come back and say, I don't want to be with him no more? You decided just then in the car you want to be with him no more? And then to talk to him and walk out with him, and then he show up at the little picnic later. Come on, they have that little nighttime picnic.
She talking to the producer. I don't know what to do.
Right.
It's too much. I'm like, it ain't too much. It's easy.
It's when you have one choice, you have two choices, stay or go. And that's why she's like, bruh, she's wild with that shit. But it's for that check.
Lightweight, I think she's just as wild as him. That's real talk. I think she's just as wild as him. I think they had sex that night.
I agree.
Look. Penelope said, Pastor Cal want to say, Ninja, please.
Really? Like, sir.
Why you bullshitting? I'm sure he did say that. I'm sure he was like, nigga, come on with it. Come on with it.
Right. He turned his mic off for a second. Was like, turn this off for me. Let me talk.
Yeah.
Let me go this man inside.
Right. Turn down my snare. Turn down my snare. All right. I'm not gonna lie though. This is my truth. I'm glad the season is over, Lauren. I'm tired of talking about these people. I'm ready. We ain't got but 46 minutes. We have 46 minutes, so it's okay if we cut down. I looked for Ready to Love, and I don't think they had an episode last week.
They did not. We were looking for episode 6, and it's not up yet.
Okay.
It's not come out yet.
Sunday said he said that during the commercial break. No doubt, Sunday. No doubt he said.
Oh, he definitely did. No question about it.
Yeah. Oh, we do got to do the reunion. I know. I agree, Marby. We're going to do the reunion next week.
But the reunion going to be hot. I think the reunion going to have some heat to it. I'm ready for the reunion. Chris going to come out slapping holes in the mouth.
I wouldn't doubt it. Either that or him and Paige going to announce that they got remarried.
Right. We decide to stay together, and I don't care what anyone says. I love my wife. And she's like, oh, my husband, he's the greatest man that God gave me. It's going to be a wonderful thing. I love him. And she's gonna be like, that's it, and that's gonna walk away, and just gonna walk away like that. So
bet money Virginia showed up to the reunion drunk.
Bet money. Listen, they gonna be divorcing on the reunion. I'm telling you, bet money divorced on the reunion, dog. She said Paige having his baby. Bet money, she is.
Oh, yeah. I'm willing to bet this right now. I ain't seen no previews. Chris is gonna cry during the reunion. Chris is going to cry during the reunion. I bet all my money on that little thing.
Dollars to donuts.
He's gonna cry and steal away somewhere, and she's gonna.
And she said,
all right, man. Well, look. So next week I guess we'll do the reunion same time, 7:15.
Same time. Let's get it popping. Bring Miss Mia back. Man,
if an episode of Ready to Love comes on, we'll probably go a little bit longer.
That's fine.
Okay.
That'll work.
Cause I look for what do you watch Ready to Love on? What do you watch? Fibo? You got Fibo?
I have no idea what Fibo is. I usually watch it on demand because I record it or
you got cable.
I got cable and apps. We got all that shit, but I never heard of Fibo. So we
watch I didn't know. I don't have cable. All I got is the Sling and shit. And I can't it ain't on Sling. And it ain't on Hulu. And the only thing I can get it on is like Fibo. I'll find out. I'll watch on YouTube. So yeah.
What'd you say? Ryan was saying for sure.
Ryan is gonna say sure at least 100 times. He's gonna say For sure. They said ready comes back on 5/14. Okay. That's this week. That's this Friday. Okay, good. Oh, good Sunday. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so next week we'll talk about both.
Okay.
I don't think they're truly happily ever after anyway. Who you talking about, Maria? Who's not truly ever happily ever after? Any of them? I think Brianna and Vincent are. But anyway, we'll talk about that next week. As always, good people. I appreciate y'all being on. Maria, great seeing you. I ain't talked to you in forever. Sherry, Sunday, Penelope, you've been hilarious. Please subscribe and like this. Yes, Penelope, thank you. I'm going to put that. Penelope, I love you so much. You hilarious. Mark B, Sherry, everybody. Thank y'all for coming and hanging with us, rocking with us. Charlotte, Maria, baby mama, BM. Thank you all. And I'll see y'all next week, 7:15 p.m. Pacific time.
Listen.
And I think Mia will be back next week. So that'll be fun too. So appreciate it, people. Love you guys. And I'll see you next week. Thanks, Lauren. I appreciate it, brother.
For sure.
All right now.